I think that where we score is that from the ground upwards, from the foundations of this company, is the attitude towards service.
Here we are, guys, with Johnny Walker. Johnny, we've had a great few months, haven't we?
Fantastic.
It's blown up since Scott Plant over in Scotland.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think that Scott Plant was the first for me in this new company. It was a great show. We had a lot of good leads, a lot of positive feedback, but I think the vibe changed. The vibe of the whole company changed at HIROX'ED.
Yeah, definitely. Scott Plant was like a bit of a firework being let off.
Yes, it was.
I really don't know what's happened, but since HIROX'ED, like you say, it's just the inquiries are flooding in. You know, people are coming on the stand, looking at all the brand new attachments and things like that.
Yeah, I think that the difference is now that bigger companies coming to see us, starting to chat to us, big companies with multiple machines, multiple attachments. I think there's been a shift in the sand where before we were just a new name that was coming onto the marketplace, and okay, we're very active, very excitable, we want to get the name out. I think now there's a different vibe. As I said before, people are now thinking these guys are a serious contender to the normal established names. I think that we can run alongside some of the established names, but I think that where we score is that from the ground upwards, from the foundations of this company, is the attitude towards service.
100%. And even though HIROX is fairly new, we have
7 years,
been in the business a hell of a long time. You know, the founders of Garrett Plant Hire, Cross Plant Hire, now moving into HIROX. So they're not brand new to the industry. They do know everything about the equipment, and you know, nothing is bought off the shelf. It's all customised. It's all, you know, HIROX has been grown off the customer feedback. So all the attachments are made to our specs, things like that. So you know, this isn't an internet. This is not something you can go and buy on the internet. Like, there's a lot of hydraulic attachments out there you can just go and buy on the internet. This is purpose built. This is people have visited factories and chosen established high quality engineering companies to manufacture this stuff. And as you say, these guys with Garrett Plant, they have the history, they have the knowledge. But the one thing about Garrett Plant was that, okay, we talked about this with a big national company yesterday. Once you've got the product, that's fine. You need a good product that you're confident in and that everybody will like. They love the HIROX, so that's that first part done. The second part is anybody can sell stuff. But these guys, they're obsessed with service and backup. And that's really, with Garrett, was the same. The reputation was for high quality products, but the after sale services is second to none. Well, when we was at HIROX'ED on the stand speaking to a lot of the customers, that was one thing everybody was talking about. You know, we're not used to getting that quality of service, and that is what we want. It's all right going buying a great product.
Yeah.
Now, all items, all products, all machines do break down, and it's how you deal with that when that does break down.
I agree.
How many times have you bought something where you had to go back and speak to them, you can't get hold of them, or you know, you're ringing them at 3 o'clock on a Friday afternoon and they're telling you to ring back on Monday, and you ring back on Monday and the part's not in stock, you've got to wait 3 or 4 weeks for that to come in. You know, HIROX do try and keep everything on the shelf, even if that means us holding 100 13 to 20 ton hydraulic breakers. If you ring us on at 3 o'clock on a Friday, hopefully we can get it to you the same day. Maybe the day after. We can never promise, but we'll always try our best. If that means me jumping in a pickup and trailer, that's what we'll do.
I think we can promise, and that's the deal. if we have a contractor working, say for example, on an airport during the night, 24-hour shift, or when the airport's closed, or the motorway, or anything, and they have an issue with one of our attachments, I know that if they phone, there's telephone numbers they phone, and I'll tell you what, I'll put my number on it. Somebody would be out with replacement.
Yeah,
attachment.
100%.
And that, when they pick up the phone to order the next one, that's when we get the business.
We just don't like to guarantee our promise just in case. Now, 9 times out of 10, it can happen and it will happen. You know, the other Friday, I always say it over on LinkedIn that I'll always jump in a car if I have to. And it was only last week, you know, a customer rang. They needed a bolt for one of the breakers. The guys, or the fitters, were working nights. I came up to the yard, put it in my car, and drove down to the site in Blackburn. And
that's good.
Again, you know, we got there, and he was over the moon. He's like, I just don't understand how nobody else can do a simple service like that. And
so you have 2 people over the moon.
And it's done. And it's,
him, because you gave him what he needed, and 100%. You because you're on double time.
100%. So, so what we'll do, Johnny, we'll leave it there.
Thank you.
And we'll come back and speak about it more next week.
Hey, sounds good.
Brilliant, thank you for coming.